JoEllen has written some alternative words to the Dandy Boy melody here. Hope y'all can sing along with this. It's called Oh Mother Earth.
The birds are singing, the beauty the Mother Earth flag is in the back of the sanctuary, too.
Good morning. I'm Leanne, and I think most of you guys know Shelly and Diana. So the three of us are the core of the green team. By the way, at the table where the bulletins are, there are some green reusable bags that are printed with the Unity of Fort Collins logo, and you're welcome to take one of those. It's a little gift from the green team to you all. And I'm just going to take a deep breath and digress here. I think most of you guys know that I'm a doer. I make lists of tasks, I do the tasks, I help others organize to do tasks. And I kind of started my way that way this morning. I got up early, as I always do, and finished putting together my notes for my talk today, my part of the talk today. And then my dog, who's always ready to walk anywhere near sunrise, got me out the door early. I think it was about 6:15. So the sun wasn't technically up yet. And I don't know how many of you were up, but it was gorgeous. It was very foggy, and it just, all of the to-do list just left my head, and I let myself just be absorbed into that, the mist and the mysticism, because that's what it felt like. The beauty was extraordinary. And I like to think I take time to notice those things, but it's usually in kind of short increments. So this morning I just let myself really take it all in. And our walk lasted 45 minutes instead of 20. And I took probably 100 photos in my head. I never carry a phone with me when I walk my dog. And I just wanted to tell you that and share that. Mother Nature does that for us. She can give us opportunities pretty much every minute, any minute of the day, if we're willing to take a breath, take a break, step back, and just look around you. I mean, just the patterns of snow on blossoms was amazing this morning. And my dog was loving it because I was walking as slow as she usually does, and she got a lot of extra sniffing in. So anyway, thanks for letting me share that. It made my day start better. I was probably more at peace than I've been in a few weeks. Oh, and I kept thinking of a Rumi quote. I couldn't remember the whole thing, but when I got back, I remembered it was on my bulletin board. Let the beauty of what you love be what you do. There are 1,000 ways to kneel and kiss the earth. So I wanted to start by sharing with you just a little bit about, thank you, Unity Worldwide Ministries EarthCare program. And part of this is a quote from a woman named Charlotte Shelton. She's a former president and CEO of Unity World Headquarters. She said, "We're bombarded daily with messages about the destruction of our beautiful planet. We can let worry and fear get the best of us. We can think that there's nothing we can do, or we can take another tact. We can co-create with God a world that works for all of us. We can start in prayer, asking Spirit for ideas and inspiration and guidance. And from that God-centered space, we can then face the challenges and issues that are facing our planet. As informed, optimistic people who understand the urgency of our time we can see that the possibilities are even greater than the crisis. We stand together on common ground with our Mother Earth, united in our commitment to express loving care for our sacred home. Charles Fillmore, who co-founded Unity, wrote, "Nature works intelligently, and we shall never be able to conform to her laws until we approach her as a wise, loving mother who we know gladly gives us what we want when we use it wisely. Instead of operating from that place of despair and hopelessness, we can move forward with hope and with a clear vision for practical, tangible, practical steps that we can take to live in harmony with our environment. We can act as a wise and loving parent to our beloved planet. We can involve young and old alike, all of us together. It's doable, it's possible, it's important. The time is now, and the agents of change are us." So about a year ago, Diana and Shelly and I came together. We rolled out the EarthCare team here at Unity of Fort Collins. We invited others to get involved, and a few folks have. This year, we're kind of revisiting all of that to help you guys understand what the Unity EarthCare program is and what we do here at our Unity. And Diana's going to spend an extra part at the end helping us realize our connection to nature and spirituality. So part of, it's like, why should you consider this? Why does Unity do this? And one of the big things is that it manifests our fifth basic principle. Through thoughts, words, and actions, we live the truth we know. So UWM started over 10 years ago. I'm not going to read you. There's pages and pages and pages of information. If you go to the Unity Worldwide Ministries website and just look up EarthCare, they have an entire program. There are steps that churches can follow to take part in this. There's even a certification that can be earned called Green Star. But a lot of it, the Unity movement is guided by a vision of sacredness and the interconnectedness of all, the interdependence of all life. It's a journey of spiritual relationships with Earth and its creatures. It's through awakened consciousness that we see everything as the presence of God. The EarthCare ministry promotes active care of all creation by cultivating a comprehensive, earth-oriented spirituality that touches Unity churches, both spiritually and in practical actions. So a year ago, as part of this and the steps that we took, we created our own Unity of Fort Collins covenant, and it's based on some examples from other Unity churches. And right back there on that easel, kind of next to where Julie is standing, is our EarthCare covenant printed, and you can read that and you can decide if you want to make a pledge to follow those steps. I'm going to read it to you really quickly. Sorry, I know I'm reading a lot this morning, but if this resonates with you and you feel comfortable doing it, please sign our covenant. We'd like to get more people involved. Our consciousness reveals that all of creation is connected as one. The story of creation reveals that we are to be good caretakers of the creation. As a spiritual community, we commit to a renewed reverence for life and respect for the interdependent web of all existence. We honor our spiritual commitment to the care, support, and protection of the balance between our individual needs and those of nature. We envision a world in which everything has intrinsic value and where all beings are assured a secure and meaningful life that is ecologically responsible and sustainable. We agree to continually transform our individual and congregational lives into acts of ethical witness, discarding harmful habits for new behaviors that demonstrate our respect for this harmony and interconnectedness. We declare our covenant with Spirit to walk upon the earth for the greatest good of all creation. So if that resonates, as I said, please sign the EarthCare covenant. We'll be making more opportunities available for people to get involved. We'd like to re-energize this team. Mostly it's about continuing to educate folks and celebrate what we already do here in our community and look forward to other ways that we can make things more sustainable here. So now Shelly's going to actually recap some of the things that we do here and that we'd like to do here.
Whoops. Okay, some of this is not my stuff, so I'm gonna put it right here. Yeah. Good morning. My name is Shelly, and I'm here to give you a brief talk on the ways Unity folks have been working on making our church eco-friendlier. Starting with our LED lighting, beginning in 2020 through this past December, all of our lighting indoors and the parking lot lights were updated to LED lights. And according to EnergyGov.com, the light-emitting diode, otherwise known as LED, is today's most energy-efficient and rapidly developing lighting technology. Quality LED light bulbs last longer and are more durable. Starting with our kitchen, our silverware, our coffee cups, plates, bowls, cloth napkins, cloth dish towels, tablecloths are now reusable versus paper and plastic products. Our eco-friendly cleaning supplies, we have been doing eco-friendly cleaning supplies for several years now and will continue this practice as unlike conventional cleaning products, green cleaning products are created using safe, non-toxic, and biodegradable ingredients. Eco-friendly cleaning products not only reduce air and water pollution, but they also help fight ozone depletion and climate change. Our recycling all materials possible is our goal on the Green Team. You will find our recycle bin in the kitchen under the coffee and tea cabinet. Recycling conserves energy, reduces air and water pollution, reduces greenhouse gases, and conserves our natural resources. We have an energy-efficient dishwasher. We've had our Energy Star certified dishwasher for several years now, and I'm happy to let you know that it uses less than half of the energy that our old model used, and it saves us more than 8,000 gallons of water per year. Big deal, yes. Next, our low flush toilets. Over the past 4 years, all of the toilets have been changed out to low flush. Low flush toilets use 1.6 gallons of water or less per flush as compared to older, inefficient models that can use as much as 7 gallons per flush. Speaking of water, we signed up for the City of Fort Collins My Water program. This program tracks our water use and compares it to the previous year. It also alerts us when there is continual water use in a 24-hour period. This has helped us to find and fix leaks in the sprinkler system, the boiler room, and the indoor plumbing. We had another sprinkler audit this past year to make sure the system is running efficiently and using the correct amount of water for our grounds, and it is. The previous audit guided us towards our goal of using less water by eliminating water use on the 2 ditch sides of the property and the south section. Our boiler, after our energy audit from the City of Fort Collins of this building, we took their advice and insulated the pipes on the boiler system, plus all of its parts have been replaced in the last 3 years. It is now running efficiently and should work well for years to come. Our beautiful live plants all around us are reducing toxins in the air we are breathing as I speak, and is said to reduce stress by offering both psychological and physical health benefits. And who couldn't use that? Our updated technology, we have been blessed with the donation last year of a new copier printer, and that has more functions than you can imagine. We have also received through donation new online streaming equipment, plus our new sound equipment. I'll move on to our libraries. One indoor, which is loaded with books to check out and accepts donations. Donated books may be left in the library where our volunteers will prepare them for the shelves. 2 outdoor little libraries, one for adults and one for children, where you can take or leave books as you like. And with thoughts of books in mind, I will remind you, we also have our fabulous bookstore right behind you. Upcycled furniture and decor. Most of all of our furniture and decor here at Unity have come to us through donations, so thank you, donors. Very importantly, no chemicals on our church grounds. Our ground caretakers at Unity have eliminated the use of chemicals on our grounds for several years now. By doing this, we are keeping chemicals out of our groundwater and are providing a safer environment for the critters who choose to frequent our grounds. 10 years. 10 years. No asphalt on this property. Through choice, our Unity family made the decision to not pave our parking areas and later found the property to be in the floodplain, and we could not pave it as the grounds needs to stay permeable to water. Through my research of asphalt and global warming, I read that it generates harmful atmospheric emissions during which process, let me try that again. I read that it generates harmful atmospheric emissions during its processing, and once applied to the ground, traditional asphalt absorbs up to 90% of the sun's radiation, which contributes to warming up the surrounding air, not only during the day, but also at night, adding to the global warming problem. And our annual yard sale. Unity's annual yard sale is expected to happen in June this year. Through donations, we see this event as a way of recycling your unneeded items into others' needs. We will keep you updated. We will be having our community garden again this year, and it's its 2nd year. And coming soon, Jim Weimar and crew will begin a xeriscaping project on our front entrance grounds. Yay, Jim, wherever he is. Oh, there he is, yay. That's it.
Good morning. Well, since I was last here, which has been a couple of 3 months, I have a new right hip. And I'm not sure how eco-friendly those parts are. But I can tell you that I've researched green burials quite a bit, and you can be buried in a green burial cemetery with your hip replacement parts. So I wanted to share this morning some of my thoughts on why it's important to stay spiritually connected with nature. So on this Earth Day, which is tomorrow, I guess, and every day after that, we can be individuals engaged in the spiritual dimension of ecology and the harmony on our planet. And we can find and remember the causes that feed our spirit and soul and that renew and restore life. When the founder of Buddhism, Siddhartha Gautama, over 2,000 years ago, decided to reject his life of riches and search for enlightenment, he didn't decide to meditate in a stupa or a temple. He went outdoors and he walked through fields and he bathed in outdoor springs and he found a small cave where he meditated for 6 years. And then he walked through the natural world again, and he found a large sacred fig tree called the Bodhi tree. And there for 7 more weeks, he sat and stood, fasted and meditated until he became enlightened. And in one of his teachings, the Buddha said, "We are here to embrace rather than conquer the world." Now, Albert Einstein is one of the most famous people we've ever had on Earth. And throughout his life, according to his biographers, he did stay humble. But there were times in his life when he would become so overwhelmed with his advanced mind and the envy and the criticism that he got from people that he would leave his safe environment and he would go out and walk for days in the mountains. And he would connect with nature and the natural world's intelligence that manifests as a universe unfolding in time. He'd listen to the earth and the earth's voice. Nature had a way of simplifying his problems, and he found a great relief in its serene wildness and its organic wholeness. About 12 years ago, I had the great fortune to go on a spiritual pilgrimage to Ireland with a Celtic scholar and a mystic for my guide. And we visited holy wells and sacred sites in the countryside of Ireland. It's where some of my ancestors came from. And I'd been working to put behind several losses in my life for several years. The end of my 25-year-long marriage, death of my first child after a long illness from brain cancer, selling my 100-acre farm and my owner-built home, and all of my beloved horses and sheep and little animals, pets, and leaving behind all of my lifelong friends to come to Colorado and go to graduate school, where I knew absolutely no one. But this pilgrimage was a welcome adventure for me, where I could find solace from the land and begin to rewild my heart. I spent one afternoon in the Irish wild countryside walking the Mamayan Pass. It's a mountain pass going up one of Ireland's Rocky Mountains, and it dates back to the 5th century, where many Irish saints and ordinary people walked. And they experienced that unbridled beauty of the landscape. And just as well, it was so cold, I was not sure I'd ever be warm again. But importantly, I was walking the same path of that beloved Irish Celtic priest and poet I'd been reading for many years, and he'd walked this path to find answers from nature. John O Donohue wrote in his book, Wisdom of the Celtic World, quote, "All of human experience, our search for truth, our experience of love, beauty, joy, and especially our experience in difficulty, all happen within the great womb of the landscape. And even though humans are permanently elsewhere in their minds and their distractions and their stories, The landscape itself is always purely there. We need to take our minds and bodies out into nature and let nature show us that the flow of our soul and of our heart is the rhythm of our deepest truth. He taught that it's from the earth itself that we have evolved. If we connect the words humus, human, and humility, we realize that we are soil. He talked about the great memory in the earth and how the memory is alive inside each one of us. Anyone who has spent a good deal of time gardening with their hands in the soil can feel that connection and has learned to give thanks for the gift of life and the earth that sustains us. If we go back 500 years after the Buddha lived to the Mediterranean world, we find the Jewish teacher and mystic Jesus. He walked out of the mystery of his birth into a culture that was crying for a leader who could awaken them and make their existence more spiritually alive. The natural world carried Jesus through his days and nights when his heart was on fire, as well as the moments of his intense grief and suffering. Like the thousands of holy men and women before him, he called upon the hills and the mountains, the flaming sun, the darkening moon, the green grasses and the flowering lilies, the gentle lambs and the fragile dove, the spiraling winds and the forgiving and purifying waters. He taught from the earth and the sky and the animals and the plants, and from the homeland that he knew. He often slept on the clay of the earth, the great womb of the landscape. He knew the landscape was always there for his mind and his body. Ascended masters, wisdom teachers, and ordinary people across the world have always been aware of the sustaining spiritual power we receive from the natural world. Entering into nature is the experience of remembering what we have forgotten, remembering secrets of creation, remembering the great gift of life, coming home to see grace in the world. It brings to mind the Hopi saying, "The whole universe is endowed with the same breath." The Native American poet Joy Harjo was remembering the earth's gifts when she wrote these lines. "I've lost my way many times in this world, only to return to these rounded, shimmering hills and see myself recreated more beautiful than I could ever believe." Through each person's humble efforts, we can walk together with spiritual, earth-honoring practices. We can begin in simple ways. Listening to the birds sing in the morning or the crickets chirping in the evening can alter our vibrational energies in our bodies and help us hear the spirit of the land. The sound of the leaves moving through the trees' rustling leaves, or the sound of moving water in a creek or a river, can close down negative thoughts and bring a more peaceful feeling inside of us. The gentle breeze blowing across our face can raise our consciousness if our hearts are open to the elements. It is up to each person to give themselves the gift of being in nature and entering into simple moments of restoration for both ourselves and the earth. And may Mother Earth's blessings of all living things humble us and keep us safe always. So mote it be.
All right, thank you, Earth team. Okay, let's all sing this.
chosen a mindfulness meditation message from a poem written by Linda Reuther, an author and a poet who is deeply involved with nature and environmental causes. Her poem, entitled Homecoming, speaks to how Earth can be our refuge. So if you like, you can close your eyes, and while listening to the message, imagine the images she creates from the natural world. And the Great Mother said, "Come and give me all that you are. I'm not afraid of your strength and darkness, or your fear and pain. Give me your tears. They will be my rushing rivers and roaring oceans. Give me your rage. It will erupt in my molten volcanoes and rolling thunder. Give me your tired spirit. I will lay it to rest in my soft meadows. Give me your hopes and dreams. I will plant a field of sunflowers and arch rainbows in the sky. You are not too much for me. My arms and heart welcome your true fullness. There is room in my world for all of you, all that you are. I will cradle you in the boughs of my ancient redwoods and the valleys of my gentle rolling hills. My soft winds will sing you lullabies and soothe your burdened heart. Release your deep pain. You are not alone, and you have never been alone." As you open your eyes, remember that we were always meant to live magical lives here on Earth, interacting with all of Earth's elements.
May the blessings, okay? May the blessings of God rest upon me. May the peace abide in me. May God's presence illuminate my heart, now and forevermore. May the blessings of God rest upon me. May God's peace abide in you. May God's presence illuminate our hearts, now and forevermore. May the blessings of God rest upon us. May God's peace abide in us. May God's presence illuminate our hearts, now and forevermore. Now and
Well, thank you, Leanne and Shelly and Diana. You truly are the light bearers for this community and in our effort to bless our earth. So thank you. And tomorrow, on Earth Day, when you rise, I hope you'll look outside, and I hope you'll know that there's a miracle there. It's a miracle that something's there. We could be a dead planet, but we have a miracle, and may we protect that miracle and love that miracle and contribute to it. So with that, it's time for offering. And I invite you in gratitude to take your offering in your hand and perhaps even hold it next to your heart. And just be grateful and thankful that you have something to give. And we thank you for your generosity. So let's bless our offering together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
All right, we'd like to get our choir up here. Oh, we've been having a really good time with our choir, as usual. And in the band, we got Peter up there on the bass, you know, and Mike on guitar, and Tom on guitar. A couple months ago, someone was giving a talk and they quoted Martin Luther King saying, I've decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. So I put a little bit of music to it. Really got to be is positive energy. All we really got to do is help each other to get through. And I've decided to stick with love. I've decided to stick. With us now. All I really got to be is positive energy. All we really got to do is help each other to get through. And I've decided to stick with love. I've decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. I've decided to stick with all I really gotta do, all I really got to be is positive energy. All we really got to do is help each other to get through. Come on, everyone. I've decided to stick with love.
decided to stick with love. I've decided to stick with love. Say joy to the world, all the boys and girls. Joy to the wishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. Joy to the world, all the boys and girls. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. Joy to the world, all the boys and girls. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and one more time. Joy to the world, all the boys and girls. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. Trying to figure out how to get into this little light of mine. That's what we gotta do. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. On the corner of lines and vines, down the corner of lines and vines, I'm gonna let it shine. Here on the corner of lines and vines, I'm gonna let it shine. Here on the corner of lines and vines, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it
And who would like to say what we did today?
We made mandalas. Here you go.
Yeah, like you said, we made mandalas and and then so we also made these and they can we wove our mind actions and something else that I forget.
Today we did a meditation.
Thank you. Very sweet.
I think all of you know Nancy Hughes. Is that correct? All right. All right. From this woman here, there's just boundless creativity that flows forth. You should just go back there sometime and watch what, as a result of Nancy and her team. She's a real blessing to our community. So thank you, Nancy.
Far too kind, far too kind. I did want to mention something really important. We have so many exciting things going on, and summer camp is one of the biggest. Susan from Polestar and I I'm helping her actually, but it's going to be so much fun. So please, please think about enrolling the kids for summer camp, age 7 to 11, and and it would just, it's going to be so much fun. We're going to have nature on one week. We're going to have spirituality on another week, and another week is creativity. And I don't think I have them in order, but anyway, they're all there. But it's going to be a lot of fun. And if you have grandchildren, my grandkids are coming. Bring grandkids, bring children, bring nieces and nephews. It'll just be a lot of fun. And yes, sign up. It's over here at the table. Susan's pointing to it for me. So thank you.
And if you're 12 years old, you can come too. Okay? All right. It's been a blessed day. It's been a wonderful day. Thank you again to our EarthCare team. Yeah, thank you. So it's time to circle up, hand to hand. Introduce yourself to your neighbor that you don't know. And thank you for being part of this community. Okay, we bless our world, and we bless each other with the words on the screen together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.